here to, okay. Give me 1 second here to make sure that we're good. I am broadcasting from the home office today, not in the car. Doesn't mean we won't be in the car Wednesday. Doing something really, really different today because I wanted to be able to share with all of you easily. I wanted to be able to share and to be able to say to all of you that yes, there's some things going on. So at the 1 minute mark, we will get started. I am Dana Williamson with B.A.D, Blessed and Anointed Destined LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. This is exciting for me and different, and I'm kind of nervous. Why? Because I'm in the home office and I have to do what I have to do. But I will not worry. I will not fret. I will not get discouraged. I will not. And so right now, I just want to say to all of you, you know what? Thank y'all so much for being a part, for being my friends, for being my followers, for bringing everything that I need you to be. I want to thank you. And because I appreciate you. Hey, viewer, thank you so much for joining. If you find anything in this live that resonates with you, please share it with others. Invite your friends right now. I am getting started with day one of take your life back. I want to talk about some things that over this week. I want to talk about, you know, things that I've done over the past few years, but also in the past few months that have helped me to realize that I was giving a lot of me away. And what I want you to do is when you realize that some of you, all of you, is very important. There are some things you just have to stop doing. There are some things you just have to change. There are some things that you just, you have to you have to let go of, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So, what I want to say to you guys today is, listen, let me tell you something. Life is so full, and life is so important, especially with everything that we have going on in the world today. Life life we need to value our lives individually as we value the lives of others collectively. I thank you again for always being a part and always sharing and even commenting and all the little coins here on haps that you do and that you share with me. But life is really important, very important right now. Give me 1 second. Again, this is so new to me. I'm excited, but gotta do things the right way. So, why are we here? I am the kind of person who I'm the kind of person who loves to help others. I am the type of person who knows how to teach, knows how to train, knows how to encourage. I'm that person. And I am the person who really believes that we are who we are because of what we do most times. We are who we are because of where we want to go and what we want to do and who we want to help in the meantime, in the interim, in the time that we consider our business, our ministries, our life. We are men and women of God. And I say men and women, even though my audience are mainly women of faith. I say men and women because there are men that will listen and watch. And also, they will take heed to some things. But we are men and women of God because we believe in all that He has given us. We believe in what we're supposed to do. We believe. And some of what I've been doing for the past few months is deciding, where did I leave God? Where did I walk away from Him? Y'all bear with me because it's a story here. I am never walked away, but there's a story here. In those few minutes or those few months that I had been thinking about the Father, and where did I let go of my trust, my belief, my faith? It happened at a time where I thought I would never get what I asked for, that I would never receive what I had asked God for. Let me tell you, what happened was, let me straighten this out a little bit. What happened was COVID. A few months ago, a year ago, the world shut down due to COVID. And in the middle of COVID, this pandemic, this worldwide pandemic, in the middle of COVID, we started to deal with racial inequality. In the middle of racial inequality, we started to deal with other health issues, other problems around our cities. We started to deal with more and more death on top of COVID. And in the middle of that, I thought about, I'm not going to get the husband I want because he's going to be, is he going to be afraid to start a relationship with me because I'm Black and he's not? Is he going to be afraid to start a relationship with me because of the neighborhood I live in? Is he going to be any of the things I do? And it was like, even if my husband finds me, the problem is everything going on around the world. And so I decided to take this downward spiral. Like, I'm not going to get what I want in this life, because of everything going on. Everything around us, what to me was a learning lesson. Everything around us, to me, was something that we had to reflect on, because God was giving it to us to reflect on. Everything around us, to me, was an eye opener for business, for ministry, for life. For me, ministry didn't stop. For me, ministry did not stop. For me, ministry never shut down. For me. So in all of the things that I know to do, and all the things that I understood, I kept going for other people all this time. While in the back of my head, I knew, for me, I would not get what I need or what I wanted. And then a little over a month ago, I sat and I said, Lord, this is not, nope, can't be. I can't, even though I could hear God still, and even though I had conversations and prayers, and I didn't walk away from the Lord, what happened was I just got in my feelings. And because I got in my feelings, I showed up for everybody but Dana. And every live that I've been doing here on Haps, that you're probably seeing on YouTube, that you're probably seeing on Twitter, that you're probably seeing on Facebook, every live that I've done has been, make sure you show up for you while you are showing up for others. Make sure. And so here I stand this week, and I decided last week that I would do this, but here I stand this week to say to all of you, I took my life back. And it started, the full takeover started with the conversation I had with someone who I thought knew me. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter what they knew. What mattered is what they needed. When I say to all of you that we cannot, we have to think about ourselves individually. Remember, I said that last week. We have to think about ourselves individually, but not selfishly, which means that we still must keep in mind the people that we're trying to help, the people that we're trying to reach, the things that we're trying to do that God has given us and put in our hands to do. The reality was this person had an income bottom line. I'm getting to the Money Monday part. This person had an income bottom line, and it didn't matter that they knew me. It didn't matter that what was in their faces was truth, was honesty, was exactly who I am. The reality at this point, to me, and this was this particular day, I'm not going to die trying to help someone else if they do not see my value, if they do not see my worth. And it was that day that I decided I'm taking back my life. This is what I'm going to do. Show up like I know to show up, but then there's a cutoff time. And what I mean by that is it was a schedule in a day. I was working beyond the schedule that I had been given. Why? Because I know that things needed to get done and help needed to happen. I knew that. But here's the thing. I took back my life that day. I decided that I was more important to me because my health was important. I care about everyone, but I had to show up and care about me. The money wasn't important to me. Making sure that you're good is important to me. But while I make sure you're good, I notice that no one makes sure I'm good. So what do? I go back to the person, I turn back, not go back, but I turn to the person that has always been there for me, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I say, Lord, I don't mean to leave them in any way, shape, or form, but they have someone that can take over where I leave off day to day. They have someone that can make it happen in their lives day to day. They didn't need me. But it wasn't evident in the conversation I was having with Jesus. It was evident 2 days before. So I thank the Father for allowing me to say, you can always take your life back because you gave them too much anyway. You are walking away from what I was giving you to do anyway. You were not giving your 110% to what I gave you to do anyway. So yeah, you can walk away from this. This is going to be okay. They're not going to miss you in any way, anyhow. So that's okay. You can go do this and then do that. This start of me taking my life back basically happened. I'm saying it was the start, but it was the revelation of things that I had done piece by piece, even 7 years ago. Why is it so important for me to share this with you now and on Money Monday? Because as we look at the money we want to make, the people we want to impact, the things we want to do in our communities, in our homes, all of that, we have to decide what is important, that our bank accounts are full or that we are providing a service, providing a product that people can use and they need. At the end of the day, the understanding that you need to have is that you are in a place to obtain what you need while giving what you have, while monotonizing your skill sets, while sharing, while building, while creating, while doing, writing, while doing everything that God put in your hands to do without losing you. So for the past 7.5 years, and actually I say 7 years because I think about where I was in 2014, my first 4 months of being full-time ministry entrepreneur. I remember those things, and we'll talk about that another day. But today I wanted to share this part with you because if you look at your income bottom line being more important than the people you serve, the product you have, and where you want to go, you will always be standing still right here. You will always be standing in the place where you are just looking at what could be. This Money Monday, I want you to take into consideration who you are and why you did what you did, why you joined various direct sales groups or businesses, why you're listening to me right now. This Money Monday, I want you to consider all of those things I've said to you about making goals, goals that are attainable, setting money goals, all of those things. Hey, viewer, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you find anything that resonates, please share this live. I want you to consider all of the money making factors that you have written on paper, that you have here, that you have here, that you have. I want you to think about all of those different things, calendars that you have, things that you have sitting on your listen, let me just show you. I have this sitting on my desk while I have one behind me. Why? Because I know exactly what I want to see when I'm sitting here working at my computer. I want reminders of why I do what I do. I want reminders of why I left a great job in December of 2013. I want reminders of who God is in my life. I have a Bible right next to me here on my shelf. I have a Bible upstairs next to my bed. I have a Bible on my shelf at my office, in my cubicle, actually, at the tax office. Yes. I have reminders all around me as to why I do what I do. So the income bottom line that I want you to think about this Money Monday, especially when you consider taking your own life back, is what is important to you? Is it that your bank account is full? Is it that you want people to buy your stuff? I want to use this phrase, and I don't mean it negatively. I mean it negatively here, just to make a point. But I know that my friend who uses it doesn't mean it negatively at all. But I need you to catch my point in this. Do you want to focus on what pays you or all that you do? My friend always says, I focus on the business that pays me. Okay. But do you want to focus on everything that pays you or what you do? And what I mean by what you do is, what do you do for everyone? How do you show up? How do you share? How do you encourage others? How do you build? How do you do other things besides making money? My epiphany moment, maybe I should say that, and not so much where I decided to take my life back, but my epiphany moment came at when I looked at this person and realized all that they were concerned with was their income bottom line. Their income bottom line, and not the person that was helping them meet it. See, it's very important that you realize at the end of the day, while we are working so hard individually, we also need to consider others. Period. How we go from here to here, and this is growth, is considering everything in the middle. This is you. People, places, things, how you build, building relationships, sharing others with others, and not just people on your own team, and not just people in your own industry, and not just people in your own family, and not just people in your own household, and not just people at your address, and not just people at your business, and not just people in your race, not just people in your ethnicity, not just people from your background, not just people in your bloodline, not just people that you know, not just people that you at the end of this road, or even at you know what, let this be the fork in the road. This piece of growth at the fork in the road, realize that you came across so much and what this growth actually means. My epiphany moment on taking my life back in this one thing had a lot to do with what I have been doing for a few years. I'm going to reflect on that tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be on another platform. I will not be here at on Habs, but I do want to say that I thank all of you that are here, that are watching me either on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Habs. I appreciate all of you. I will be back on Wednesday with Wednesday Wisdom, and I will talk again about what I have been doing as far as taking my life back and what that means. But I want to share with you where I'm going to be tomorrow because it's important. So on Tuesday, I am going to be at the Bad Queens Facebook page. If you're not following or liking, if you're not following Bad Queens of the Roundtable, please do that. It's a Facebook page. Bad Queens of the Round Table. I will go live there tomorrow. I will share in that on that page what time I'm going to go live, but I will go live tomorrow. I appreciate all of you, and I thank you all again for being followers and listeners and for sharing. Because each and every one of us holds a key to help each and every one of us. God bless you. We'll talk again. Ooh, it's been a gold ribbon week. How I take my life back. Talk to you soon.